This is going to be my Kansas versus Villanova Final Four predictions. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is League Talk and my name's Emmanuel Camia. On here, I talk about basketball, particularly the NBA, but since it's March Madness and it's the Final Four and we've got such a great matchup, I decided for these last two videos, I'm going to make a prediction video for both of these upcoming games. And so if you're into that kind of thing, then this is the channel for you. So make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's jump into this thing. Now, like the other two teams that I did the other day, North Carolina and Duke, these two teams are very good. These two teams are really good. They're the cream of the crop. Both of these teams are #1 and #2 seeds. And both of these schools are known for having stellar basketball programs. So it is no surprise that they find themselves here in the Final Four and facing off against each other. In fact, Villanova is so good that just 4 years ago, they won the 2018 NCAA tournament. So what can you expect from this matchup? Well, like North Carolina versus Duke, you can expect a really good game. Again, because these two teams are really good, naturally you're going to see a good game, an exciting game. And I'm here to break down these two teams and explain who is going to win and why. First, let's start with Villanova. Villanova is a very disciplined team. They are an older team and they've been battle tested throughout this whole tournament. I think every team has, but really when I watched Villanova play against University of Houston and Ohio State, those were hard-fought, hard wins, and they gruelingly got those wins. So to me, they're very battle-tested. Also, like I said, they are an older team. They're more experienced. They only have about 8 to 9 guys on the whole roster. Very small team, very small roster, but most of those guys on the team are either juniors or seniors. I don't even think there's a freshman on the team. There's only one sophomore in a starting lineup. These guys are very experienced. They got seniors on their team that have been here before, like Colin Giuseppe and Jermaine Samuels. Both those guys are seniors, and they were there the last time Villanova won the tournament in 2018. So they've been here before. They know what to expect. And those guys are great leaders for the rest of the team, right? The guys that weren't there the last time Villanova won. And Giuseppe is really good at orchestrating and operating the offense. He's very poised. He just kind of knows when to speed up the game, when to slow up the game. He's a veteran point guard in college basketball. Like, what else is there to say? Like, he knows his stuff, right? But Villanova, what they don't have working for them is that they aren't the tallest team, but they are very physical. They mostly score a majority of their points in the paint, right? They slow down the game in the paint. Their style of basketball is to slow down the game and physically pound their way inside the paint and score. That's how they score. That's watching them. That's the majority of their offense. Even the point guard, Colin Giuseppe, he even posts up. That tells you a lot about this offense. This team is also really well coached, and I see it in the way in which they are really good on defense as a unit. They are suffocating on defense because they're helping each other out. They're calling screens. Defensively, as a unit, they're really good. Like, you'll see guys rush to each other's help side. And to me, that discipline and that IQ makes them formidable on the defensive side. So Kansas has some work cut out for them. And speaking of Kansas, let's talk about Kansas next. Kansas is the #1 seed for a reason. Of course, they are really good. Watching them and reviewing them and analyzing them and doing research for this video, I realized Kansas is #1 seed for a reason. The Jayhawks, as opposed to Villanova, are a fast-paced offensive team. Most of their points, the majority of their points, are coming from transitions. And the advantage that they have over the Wildcats is that they are taller than Villanova. They cause a lot of turnovers. Again, that's how their offense works. They'll cause a turnover and it'll turn into a transition and it'll go score. That's where the majority of their points come from what I've seen. They are electrifying, flashy, fast, high flying, right? They're the polar opposite of Villanova, and they have a decent half-court offense. Not as good as Villanova's. It's decent. They move the ball around well. They set a lot of screens. Remy Martin is really good off of screens. He makes the defense look stupid when he he's a small guy. When they set a screen for him, he'll kind of toy around with the guy and make the guy chase him behind the screen before he either settles for a shot or dumps the ball down low, and it just kind of keeps the defense on their toes, and I like that about them. Like I said, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Really good team here, and like Villanova, they'll be a very tough out. So with all that being said, who do I think is going to win, and why and how? Well, that's very hard to say, right? Because these two teams are the cream of the crop. They're the best of the best, right? They're #1 and #2 for a reason. It could really go either way, right? You wouldn't be surprised if one beat the other. But I think what it's going to come down to, right, is that whoever cements their style of play as the tone for the game is going to come out with a win. Remember, these two teams have two completely different style of play, right? Kansas is fast-paced, high-flying, electrifying transition offense. Villanova is more conservative. They prefer to slow it down to a half-court offense so they can surgically and physically beat you. So whoever can get the other to play their type of basketball is going to win, right? Villanova will be overwhelmed if they can't somehow contain Kansas to play half-court offense, because they'll find themselves getting dunked on, transition, basket after basket. They are better than Kansas when it comes to just a half-court offense. So who do I think is going to get the other to submit to their type of play? I think it's going to be Villanova. I think Villanova, mainly because of the experience that their players have, like Colin, Jermaine, Eric, Justin, those guys, they've seen enough basketball. They've played enough basketball at this level where they've seen multiple offenses, right? And like I said, Colin's good at slowing down games. I think they're going to be able to slow down the Jayhawks so they play their kind of basketball, right? And this is effectively going to set the tone for the game. That's not Kansas's element. Kansas would like for this game to be fast-paced. Think of this game as the 2017 San Antonio Spurs with Kawhi Leonard versus the 2017 Golden State Warriors, and how that went before Kawhi Leonard got hurt. If you remember, Golden State was high-flying. They had Kevin Durant, had Stephen Curry shooting a lot of threes, zipping up and down the court. San Antonio was the more conservative basketball team with Tim Duncan, Coach Popovich, Kawhi Leonard. They were more surgically conservative type of basketball, yet San Antonio was beating Golden State, a loaded, fully healthy Golden State team, before Kawhi Leonard went down. I think that's going to be what this game is going to resemble, and whoever submits the other to their style of play is going to come out with the win, right? This is going to be a good game. I'm excited for this game. These are just my thoughts, and this is my prediction for this game. I think Villanova is going to come out with a win. I think it's going to be a really, really fun game. I'm so excited for tomorrow. Same with Duke. If you want to hear my prediction for Duke versus North Carolina, click here to go watch that. And thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, drop your thoughts in the comments below of who you think is going to win, and we can discuss it then. And aside from that, see you next time, kids.